Hey everybody, it's Kelly, and welcome to day number 1 of December Daily for 2021. Crazy. I was saying to some clients this morning that it's completely... I was saying to some clients... had to turn that down, sorry. Anyway, I was saying to some clients this morning that I can't believe that it's December, and I can't believe that it's time to do December Daily. Even though, I've done my prep videos and all that kind of stuff, it just seems unreal, but a very cool unreal. So anyway, let me show you what's going on. Here's my December Daily. There is a playlist for December Daily 2021. I make the cover in it. I show you all the prep behind what I'm doing and kind of my philosophy and lots of other drivel. So anyway, so what's happening so far is if until I start getting more pages in here, you'll see this pretty frequently. This is the place where I keep things that I intend to use. So I've got a 2022, my photographs for today, and then also this is a Hallmark Countdown to Christmas holiday movie checklist that I think you can find on their app. I think that's where I got that. I just printed it large because I'll use that at some point, probably in a wrap-up. And I'm sorry if you're hearing my cat. She's yelling. She wants to be petted, even though I've been petting her and I gave her a treat before I came back here. So anyway, so that's that. Here's my December calendar so I can start filling in things as I do them. So I'll have things for definitely for tomorrow and for Saturday. And then here are my photographs for today. So for the last few years, I have started out my December Daily on day 1 with some sort of 4x6 photo that I just pull from free Google Photos or whatever, so free photos on the internet. And if you just, Google Hello December or something like that, or just December, you'll find them. And I didn't intend to make this a thing, but it has become a thing. So I'm going to do that. Now, the other thing is as we go on, I'll always show you facing pages if I have them, so because I like to look at what things look like from page to page in the book. And then today, because I have a 4x6 photo and I have a 3x4, I'm going to put those photos in here. And it looks like, so this is a 3x4, but this pocket is not a true 3x4. It's just a little bit short. It would probably fit or almost fit in this one. So I'm going to need to trim this photo up just a little bit. We'll see if it'll fit this way. Let me just pop that in there. So, and I see a couple of you are here, so that's awesome. I'm going to trim it just a little bit more. Fortunately, I have a Caterpillar Pro, and I can trim off little tiny pieces like that, and it trims up beautifully. So I'm going to just leave this here for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to put anything on there or not. And then there's my December. So I need a journaling card here because I want to talk about the fact that it's the beginning of December, and then also what this is. So this is a photograph of a stack of Christmas books. For those of you who have been following me all this year, I have been reading a ton. As a matter of fact, I think right now my total is 117 books this year. Not quite sure how that happened, but it did. So I just wanted to take a picture of my Christmas stack. I may or may not read all of these. I've read one of them so far, and I'm working on another one right now. And the first one I read was a tiny one called The Best Christmas Pageant. Yeah, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. So that was a thin one. But anyway, so the other thing I did is I grabbed this. This is not in my Christmas stash, but it's some books from Shadney. And I thought I might want to add this to something, like maybe my journaling card or something like that, since it is book involved, and that'll help understand this a little bit more, but we'll see. Now, since I haven't, I haven't done any pages yet. These are always, the first couple layouts are always the most difficult for me because I have to really think about what I'm doing. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. I think this is a little too white. I kind of like that. And I'm flipping these around. And the reason I'm doing that is this way it feels unbalanced to me because it's so white here and so much color over here. So I think whatever I end up doing, I'll probably do it in this. I like this green because of the green there. I do have a red card. So these are 3x4 cards from Ellie Studio. And I'm really liking that green. So here's the thing. Let's go for it. Because I found something that I like, let's just do that. So I'm going to put my, this is how I store, whoops, as I throw a whole bunch of these cards down. This is how I store my 3x4s and my 4x6s. Here's the 4x6s behind. If you go to my prep video, you'll see this also. These are Crapper Hopper photo keepers, and little Crapper Hopper envelopes like this. 4 of them go in here, and then you can put your photos in these by categories and then keep them in the big one, which I do have some of these. Most of mine like this I do have some of these for my old photos that are printed, but I mostly store die cuts and that kind of stuff in them. All right, so that's that. Then I need a number. Hello, I need a number. And let's grab some of this stuff and see if there's anything that I might like. I have my die cuts. I'm using Photoplay Not a Creature with Stirring and Ellie Studio pieces. I'm looking for my Ellie Studio die cuts. There we go. Numbers. Here's here's some, what do I want to say? Phrase stickers. That's what this is. So that might be kind of something fun to do here to talk about. I don't know. Let me think. Let's see. Christmas decorated, slow down and savor. Making spirits bright, the magic of Christmas, old holiday favorites. Not feeling any of those. So, counting down the days. Popcorn and a movie night sounds like fun to me, but not right for this. So, not finding anything specifically that I'm thinking I love there. And I can always put stuff up in here as well. I didn't think about that, but maybe, what did I see here that I thought was good? The magic of Christmas, which that could be kind of fun. Because I'm just going to do it. I'll get a little bit of white up in here, and I think that's nice. This is my main Christmas tree behind here. I'm sure you will see a photo of that at some point. There we go. I actually like that because it adds a little bit of white on here. So, hey, Cynthia. Good to see you. Oh, fun. And Cynthia says she's frosting, just got done frosting cupcakes for her husband's 75th birthday. So happy birthday to him. That's awesome. Okay, so I think that's good. I was going to look at this to see, but I already have something that's kind of large there. So maybe these don't have die cuts on the back. And yes, he did rob the cradle. That's awesome. That was from Cynthia. Of course he did. We didn't even have any question about that. There is a cute one here that says wish list, so that would be kind of fun. Deck the halls, December. Oh, I need my letter. I need my number. I went to go get my number and then squirrel, I got distracted, didn't I? So let's find the numbers. This is the other thing. It's going to take me a little bit to kind of get used to where I have stuff. So I'm looking for my numbers from this year. I think they're on smaller. I'm getting them, guys, I promise. Maybe just even a red one would be appropriate here. Because Yeah, like from this. This one, I like this one is a little bit darker. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. And I will find those number stickers because apparently they are not very well. I think I'm going to pop that down right here so that there's a little bit of interest here. And just down on this because I have something up on the upper left photo. And then there's this one. And then we're still looking for, ooh, like this little love this. I like that. Perfection. And then I think some blue enamel dots. And I'm pretty sure I had some in here. And if I don't, I know where they are. I didn't have any in there. I think because I use them so often. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's put this down first. Okay. Whoops. This is my first Christmas in my new home. So we'll have lots of pictures of decor. And I live in an apartment right now, just so that you know that. The reason I did that is I wanted to do a condo, but they're so darn expensive right now. Ooh, here's something that I forget about. Anything dimensional makes it easier for stuff to fall out of the pockets. So what I like to do with stuff like this is I like to add this on the outside of the pocket so that this doesn't shift, but kind of measure it. And then the fun part is when I'm journaling to try to remember that. So what I'll do is I'll take this off when I'm journaling and kind of give myself an idea of where stuff is. So there's that. I think this is fine. Just, oh, I said blue enamel dots, didn't I? Oh my goodness. And then I was going to say I could put the enamel dots on the inside or the outside. At least I said a blue enamel dots, and now I'm thinking maybe I'll want another color up here, but we'll see. Because look at how hard that is to see that. It's really hard to see that. And I think I have some green here. These are Altenew. I love these things and I ordered them right from the website. So anyways, I think as I interrupted myself, it is my first Christmas in my new home. I live in an apartment right now because I was going to buy a condo and they're just ridiculously expensive right now. So I decided to wait until next year, but I will have tons of photos of my decor in new places. That was fun to figure that all out. So this is as simple as it gets, you guys. I think we talked about this. I know Shamel, I also do journal your Christmas. Sometimes, depending on what's going on, I might write a story about the past instead of the present, especially on those days where I'm not doing a lot, like AKA long work days. Okay, so we're just going to leave this. I want you guys to be able to see how this looks. And then I'll probably put a little title up in there, something about books or something like that. Uh-oh. I might, oh, nope, that does go in there. Okay. Ta-da. Now, this is a little bit higher than this one, so I'm going to take a little bit off of this. I don't always get too crazy about that, and sometimes I'll wait because I will have something behind I'll have something behind here, and if it's not the same height, I would have to trim the card, so I kind of play around with that a little bit when I do this, if that makes any sense. So what I do, and you'll see this in past December dailies, is that when I do this tomorrow, I'm going to flip this. I'm going to have 2 3x4 somethings and a 4x6 or a 4x6 piece of paper with some stuff here. But what I do is I glue these back to back because then they slide around less. I personally like that, but if you don't worry about it. Or if you don't want to do it because it is a little bit of extra work, don't worry about it. Because that's really simple. So simple, number, 3 enamel dots, little wood veneer, a die cut and a sticker. So that is done for today. So let's pop this in. And I still have my stocking here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, if I'm going to keep that in there or not, because this takes up so much room in my binding rings. I may decide I don't want to do that eventually, but we'll see. I'm leaving it there for now, and I'm not going to do anything with it until I make that decision. The other thing is I did take, I don't remember who gave me this advice, but I did use my Crop-A-Dile to punch a hole here and then tied my paper ribbon through that, and so now I have bells on here. I'm not loving the paper ribbon completely because it's less flexible, it moves less, but you know, I used stuff that I had on hand and I'm happy that I did that. So that's kind of fun. So there we go. There's day one of my December daily. So I'm super, super excited that that's done. I should be back at some point tomorrow morning. So I live in the Midwest. It'll be Central Time tomorrow morning. And I'll do day two. So I haven't printed those pictures, but I'm going to print them as soon as I'm done. And I'm going to have some fun tonight with some friends. So I'll have more pictures and that kind of stuff. So, and then last but not least, you guys, I don't want to bring the room down here, but it's super on my mind today. I've been pretty open that I live in southeastern Wisconsin. And 2 weeks ago, this was national news. So I'm sure you've heard. There was a real tragedy at a Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, which is part of the Metro Milwaukee area. It's not close to Milwaukee because it's more on the outskirts, and it's the second largest city, but certainly it takes, 10 minutes to get from one to the other. Waukesha is an adopted hometown of mine. I worked in it for many years. I work in a community next door to it right now. I live in a community next door to it right now, and that parade tragedy has just been on my mind so much. And today, the youngest victim of that was 8, and he was buried today. So if you could say a prayer for Jackson's family today, that would be great. It's been ever present. I actually had to pull myself together a little bit before I can honestly come on and do this, because there's a whole movement, not just here, but across the country, that Jackson was a baseball player and he loved baseball. So people all across the country, but especially in our area, are wearing baseball jerseys for him today, which is why I have this sort of informal looking sweatshirt on. But just say a prayer for the Sparks family today, because I can't imagine the tragedy. So like I said, I don't want to bring the room down, but it's just been really, really on my mind. I think on the minds of everybody in my area, and probably across the country, certainly in Wisconsin for sure. But if you could say a prayer for today for his family, that would be awesome. So on a nicer note, this is day 1 complete in my December daily. If you guys have any questions, always pop them. You can always pop them in the comments. I may not get a chance through this process to say thank you or to like comments as we go, because they start to really ramp up. But I definitely am reading them all. Know that I am reading all of your comments. If it's a question that you have for me, I try to answer those right away, so that you get questions answered and you don't have to wait. I guess that's the big thing to know about that. There is a playlist for my December Daily 2021, but this is the 15th year I've done December Daily. This is the 6th year that I have done videos for it. So I have playlists for 2016 through 2020 already completed, where you can see the individual days, and also the, you can see the specific flip throughs for each album at the very end of the playlist for that year too, if you're looking for some inspiration. But anyway, so Cynthia just sent a little note that said, just a heartbreaker and glad you remembered him. I'll tell you, it's hard to forget him, especially if you're in this area. We are heartbroken around here, and not just for him, but for the other families. And there are still children in very, very serious condition in the hospitals. So anyway, so you guys, thanks for joining me today. Oh, hey, Barbara, good afternoon. I just saw your comment too. So, like I said, join me tomorrow, probably, well, I know it'll be tomorrow morning at some point. So you can always pop your notification bell on, and that will, let you know when I'm going live. I will not be live with the regular scrapbook layout tonight. I don't know if I'm going to do it live this weekend or not. You'll probably see less regular scrapbooking lives in the next month, just because I'll be so busy doing lives for December daily. But I promise you that the lives for the scrapbook layouts on Tuesdays and Saturdays are not changing. Those are already uploaded, so I have those for you. And I think I'm going to be doing 2-page Tuesdays for quite a while, up into the new year for sure, if you're a 2-page scrapbooker. And there is a playlist for that as well, as long as we're talking about it. So anyway, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. I will be back with December Daily Day 2 tomorrow. Take care and have a great rest of your day.